Hello everyone, my name is Corazar, and welcome back to the Vintage Story Guide. We are back in the world on the first sunny day we have had in quite some time actually. And in the last episode we spent a good long while, like a week or more, putting together the finishing touches on our smithy and forge at the top of Argent Spear. So we now have a bunch of custom fences to keep ourselves from falling off. We have these tables for cooling our ingots. We have a wall that I bumped into. We have these very fancy door frames. And we have our elemental forge right here. Is this cool or what? And then up on the top level, we did some additional custom fencing. And we smoothed out some of the corners of our Hellhammer tower here. And it just looks a lot more reasonable. You know, not like floating blocks holding things up with imagination and stuff. So yeah, I am very happy with how this all turned out. And I might want to move... I kind of want to move you somewhere else. Not there. Perfect. Perfect. In today's episode, we're going to go back to kind of the same area as in episode 101, which was the tree farm, well, the new tree farm and the road out to the bad toaster, because today we are going to take a look at the bad toaster and what we can do to fix it. Hey, look, our trees all grew up. But we have learned over the past, well, 18 billion temporal storms that this design just isn't going to cut it. What happens is, we apparently call in rifts. What happens is the drifters kind of just don't want to fall in, and part of the reason is that we don't have any trapdoors here, which are kind of seen as walkable space. And so we can kind of trick them into falling into a hole much better. But also, because we aren't directly in the middle of this hole, they kind of don't want to wander quite there. They want to wander where we are, so they're like looking down at us over here, and then if they randomly decide to go in this direction, then they might fall in the holes. But it doesn't really happen very often. I haven't actually even once gotten a double-headed drifter to fall into here. So we're going to actually rip this thing down, most of it, and then rebuild it from the ground up to be bigger, faster, stronger, fewer calories, same great taste. And you know what? Since we're already here, we may as well just go for it. Let's start at the top and tear this thing down. I am going to leave probably the roof alone, although I might end up tearing it down just to bring it down a few blocks, but we'll see. So let's just go ahead and get started. And there we have it. Our little pagoda is now empty. And by little, I mean very tall. Very tall pagoda. So I'm going to go ahead and take this stuff back and sort most of it into containers and do a couple chores while the night draws on. And then I'll get together a project bin and we will come back here tomorrow morning. Good morning, everyone. We are heading out to start our project without a project bin. Got one. And I'm bringing with me, if you'll notice, on my hotbar I have a few more limestone stones, and that's because someone clued me in on a small possibility that we might actually be able to write on these if we first put these here and then try writing. Oh, we can. Okay, there we go. Sweet. Okay. Well, thank you for the advice. So, yeah. Cool. We can actually use these. We just have to make sure that there's nowhere to actually place these on the ground before we try to write with them. I see you're still here. that means we can also do this one here if we do. There we go. Alright. Home and bad toaster. Soon to be good toaster. Now, what I'm thinking of doing here is... No. Not that. Bad idea. Is I kind of want to keep this floor and these chalk cobble skulls here. They're just kind of neat. I like them. They're, you know, spooky, scary skeleton, right? And I also like that this is sort of like a bone white floor to show, like, you know, we're gonna turn you into bones or something, I guess. I guess I didn't bring enough basalt stone bricks because I do want to line this with more basalt, like so, right along here. But for now, let's go ahead and I'm going to empty my inventory into this, except for the things we need. And why did I bring glass with me? I don't know. There we are, and temporary bed right there. So the first thing we need to do here is we need to dig down here. This is where we're going to mostly deal with our drifters. And this is the original design I was going to do. I just thought it was going to be more clever to do an above-ground toaster, and turned out I wasn't clever enough. Now we may want to go over there, dig around, and see if we can find out where that groan's coming from, because the more exposed spawning area that exists, the fewer drifters we're going to get in our pit here, and we want as many as possible. Yeah, they're over that direction somewhere, so we will have to take care of them. Oh, and we have slate right here. This is perfect because I was going to get some slate for part of this project. And then let's take out the rest of these walls so we can decorate them later. There we go. So this right here, well, minus these cut out along the wall here, this will be our killing floor. What I want to do is we are going to dig underneath here, and it's a good thing I brought my chisel with me because I almost forgot to. But we're going to dig under here, and we are going to actually relieve a bunch of this slate because I want to turn some of this into chiseled blocks, and we're going to make a grate that we can stand underneath and stab upward at the drifters with our sword or spears, and that way they will not be able to get in there with us. And also, drifters and other creatures are known to be pretty terrible at attacking downward, so because their attack starts sort of from their face, just like ours, so like even if we were to attack downward, we only get down like an extra block or so. But looking upward, we're already up at a block at, you know, basically this height, so we can attack things standing on the floor right here. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to dig down basically 3 blocks and then turn this into our killing floor. So let's first go ahead and we are going to dig down 3 blocks here, all around, because we're also going to redecorate these walls as well. And the slate I specifically wanted just to make a nice sort of iron-like grate. We could have used basalt, but it doesn't have that nice red tinge to it, or pinkish purple hue to it, that I think looks really good for iron. So there is that, and now we can just go ahead and quarry this out like we normally would. Of course, I guess this is we're doing from the top down rather than from the side, but that's fine. It works the same either way. And there we go. We now have a drifter pit. Currently just a death pit for us, because we would not want to be trapped down there with drifters. But let's go ahead and put away some of this stuff that we've gotten. And I want to line some of this with basalt, and I'm realizing I did definitely not bring enough basalt. But I also want to do something with maybe acacia and or the redwood just to keep that in the build. Now, one thing we will be doing probably at the end is we'll use these trapdoors to line the edges of these with and then open them. And similar to the other block game, entities do see trapdoors as walkable spaces, and that should help them just sort of fall in on their own accord because they don't like to fall, well, maybe drifters don't have much self-preservation. Okay, I dilly-dallied about the base for a bit and got some more materials, And I think we're ready to go ahead and line this now. Whoops. There we go, and I might at some point expand this into a 3 block wide path, because I hate 1 block wide paths. I think they're just hard to use. But regardless, let's go ahead and grab pretty much all of these materials, and maybe even these. And I originally wanted to do a full floor of cobble skull. We don't quite have enough, so what I might do is try to work in some cobble skull somewhere else. Maybe on these corners here. It's 4. Yeah, we can do that on the corners here, why not? So we can do something like this. Yeah, there we go. That's not too shabby. Now, for the floor, I wanted to do something a bit different that I haven't really done in Vintage Story yet, and that is kind of doing like a somewhat messy wood floor. The kind you might see builders use in that other block game. And I just kind of wanted to see what it would look like here, and I have too much redwood on me. We're just going to dump all the redwood for now. There we go. Oh, and maybe this extra dirt. Yeah, there we go. So what I wanted to do here is let's just tear some of this down, and we'll make a bunch of these, and we'll make a bunch of these. Actually, I could have just, I guess, done the thing where I pick where I place them. But yeah, let's go ahead and just scatter these around. Oh, right. Let's try this again. Okay, trying again. Let's do this, and yes, there we go. So let's go ahead and we will just carefully do some of this, maybe a bit of that, and that, and that, and maybe even one right there. That might be a little too checkerboardy. You know, that's not bad. I like it. These are a little messy, but I don't think I mind it too much. I like the variation. Hello. And then for around here on the edges, I wanted to do some of these, just for some flair. And we'll leave the slate showing here. I think it looks kind of nice as a bit of a backdrop. And we are going to have to cover these up. And I might actually bring some pots and some plants just to decorate the place. I mean, you know, may as well look snazzy while we're killing things. Now, this level right up here is where we will have our fancy pretend iron grate. But what we're going to do is make this extra fancy, like so, with some arches, like so. I'll go back and get some of the slabs that I forgot to bring, but then we'll just fill in these bits here with the basalt bricks, and then we'll be done. At least for this level. Oh, and one last thing. We do need some light down here. There we go. Maybe even one over here to match, I'm thinking. Would be nice. There we go. And then we can fill the rest of these in with plants and other decorations. Now, for the upper walls, I'm kind of leaning toward rebuilding these, for having taken them apart in the first place, and kind of doing something a bit like this, where we have a lower and an upper, and then we just kind of do that the whole way around, which does mean we're going to have to actually fill in something here on these dirt blocks, but that could be interesting. Maybe a little splash of color that's not, you know, this sort of red. But maybe we could do, ooh, I don't know. Maybe we could actually bring in some of the redwood logs and put a couple vertically right there. That could be interesting. Let's get these guys in. There we go. So we have that in. That's pretty cool. Let's get some of these here to fill in these bits. That should look a little better. And yeah, let's get something for these corners. And let's get let's get some little slabs for up here. And then let's get some decorations. And we are going to need to actually remove this lantern here because, yes, I hear you, because we're going to have to dig through here, and we will dig, actually probably just dig straight up over here, and this will be our path out. Although maybe, tell you what, we will go one more block in, and this will be our ladder out. And I think what we'll also do is we'll grab some more of the bald cypress, fill these in. Maybe for these dirt blocks here, we can just kind of do a bit of this, just to not have dirt showing. There we go. And yeah, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab some things to put in here, including, we have enough ladders. Yeah, I think we should be good here. So decorations, bald cypress, something for these corners. Oh, and one more thing. One more thing that we're going to need. But that'll be a surprise. Okay, let's put away the acacia boards. And I'll drop off the slate in the slate bin. We'll drop off these guys in here. Oops, in there. I think, yes, you were in here. And then we needed, if I can get the controls right, there we go. We needed some slabs, and probably just 4 of them. I was going to get some planters and pots. We've got a few. What else could we place down, though? Something that'll keep things from spawning on those shelves. They might have to just be stones for now. So I'm a little short on planters and other decorations. Ooh, how about some seashells? We could do some seashell decoration, sure. And a cow skull. Let's take these guys with us. That should do. Now, for the surprise that I have just barely enough inventory space for, I recently installed a new mod. It's been a long time since we updated our mods, and this one, it's kind of been a long time coming. And it is QP Tech's Chisel Tools mod. And that gives us the wedge, the hand planer, and the pantograph. And these basically do a lot of the same things that I've been needing, and some things that other mods do. For instance, the Workbench Extended kind of does what the pantograph does, and the wedge and the other odds and ends, the planer and the wedge, do other things. The hand planer removes and I think adds entire planes of voxels, and the hand wedge is for moving, shaping, and adjusting your blocks. So we're going to make one of each of those. You know, I should probably just double check. I make you with smithing, okay. Also smithing, okay. Also smithing. So let's just go ahead and we're going to grab a 4th steel ingot just in case. And yeah, I do need to move all of these upstairs. I just haven't. And I think what we can do is, for the first time, we're going to call upon the 4 elements from the 4 directions, and we are going to use our elemental forge. So, we want the earth from the north, the water from the west, the fire from the south, and the wind from the east. Water from the east. Wind from the west. Yep, that's right. I said it right the first time. You just misheard me. We need all of those to infuse our steel and make it mighty. Okay, let's make the first of these. What is first in the list? Oh, there's a ladder maker as well, that's right. I have seen or heard of that. Let's do the hand planer first. This looks fairly simple. I've never seen these recipes before, so we're going to make them together. Oop, don't do that. Okay. One steel hand planer. Next up we have the wedge. Looks like it's a longer hand planer. There we go. One steel hand wedge. And the pantograph, which is... ooh, that's an interesting one. Okay. Well, that'll be fun. Fun. Okay. Let's spin you around. And we'll do it this way. Okay. Unusual, but there you have it. And looks like we didn't need this last steel ingot. That's fine, we'll just let him cool. And boy, all that smithing has worked up quite an appetite. Cabbage and amaranth. Okay, so let's go try these out. I have never used these before, so let's go explore these a bit together. I'm going to put our steel ingot back, and then we'll just sort of pick like a junk block that we don't care too much about to experiment with. Maybe even a couple. Hey guys. Alright, we have here a work table. Let's put something on it, and I didn't bring a chisel or hammer with me. I think I have a spare set over here. Oh yeah, there we go. Let's just chisel up. Chisel you. And then, what do we want to do? Let's do a steel hand planer. There we go. So what are our options? We can add, remove any material. Add, remove matching material. Okay. So it looks like this works with multi-material blocks. We can just sort of extrude portions of it based on the material. So, ooh, that's a weird sound. Huh. Okay. So this would be really handy for making like walls or thin posts of a material. Like if we had done these with the hand planer, that would be really nice. That would have taken a lot less time. Okay. That's pretty neat. I can dig that. I can absolutely dig that. That's pretty cool. So if we were to, say, extrude you like that, and then, here we go. So we could then, if we use the hand planer, yeah, okay. Oh, that's wild. Okay, so it'll actually do that as well. Okay, so you do need to be careful. You want to make sure that the material you're moving is on the outermost portion of what you're trying to work here. Makes sense, I guess. So let's try this, let's try the hand planer, or the wedge, sorry. The wedge has move, mirror, and rotate. Okay. Now the chisel has mirror, I think. You have mirror. You have flip, okay. And you also have rotate, but I think, like with the chisel, you can't rotate a block up. It only spins around this axis like this. I think with this guy, if we want to rotate, no, maybe not. Maybe we can't flip it. Oh, there we go. Yeah. So yes, we have the option to rotate it any which way that we want, which you cannot do with the regular chisel. So what else can you do? You can mirror the block. Alright, so that mirrors it on whatever axis you're looking at. Okay. Okay, and the last operation we have is move block. Oh. Oh, that's nice. I have been dying for something like this. Now what happens if we get to the end? Okay, so it'll just delete blocks if it gets pushed too far. Okay, so that's that. And then we're going to put you down and put you over here. The pantograph is for copying blocks. Ooh, we have a lot of stuff. Snapshot shape mode, replace shape mode, add shape mode, undo block change, and then creative mode. Oh, and you can make doors with them. Oh, wild. Okay. Well, we won't tinker with these today. This is kind of beyond the scope of what I had planned. But we can snapshot the shape. And it makes a camera sound. Okay. And then I'm guessing we're going to need to put down a new block. And let's just pick you back up for now. What I want to know is, do we have to actually chisel the block first, or can we just go ahead and do it? Replace shape mode. I'm not sure what I'm doing with this. Oop. Do I need to keep the block in the world for it to remember the shape? Let's find out. So we're going to take a picture. Bloop. And then replace shape. I don't know what I'm doing here. Maybe add shape mode? Nope. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I think I am doing it wrong. Do I need to have a chisel in my hand? No. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to probably take a moment here to go and look up to see how this is actually done. So I will be right back with you all after a very brief read of the mod forums. Okay, after a brief video, it looks like left click to copy, right click to paste. Okay, that makes more sense now. Alright, cool. So you don't actually have to do snapshot shape mode. You can just keep it in the mode you're using and then, yeah. So interesting. And then apparently, according to the video, I think we can pick another block. Let's describe a different type of block too. And we can actually just copy the whole shape to that block, which, like that. So it doesn't matter what the block is made of, it will still chisel it out. Now, what I do know is that if you do have the same materials, it will try to use the same materials. Like, if you have stone and oak in a multi-chisel block, multi-material block, then it will copy those. So let's give that a whirl, just to sort of be sure that it works that way. Okay, that's pretty cool. And then it uses some durability, okay. And then what I understand is if we don't have the right materials, then it'll copy the shape, but not the materials. So we can snapshot you. No? Oh, right, we have to... There we go. Okay. And then you can take it a step further, from what I understand. Let's tear this guy down. I'm going to throw a couple of these over the cliff. But if we were to, say, want to invert that, we could. We could go like this. Let's say that we drop this, and we chisel both of you. And then we do this. We start with redwood. I think what it'll do is, because the redwood is the first ingredient or first type of block in here, it should be the inverse of this. Yes. So it goes not by the materials necessarily, but by the order of materials that are placed in. We can do some pretty cool stuff with this. And now I have an interesting little statue. You know what? Let's bring these with us. These will be some of our decorations for down in the drifter pit. Why not, right? Good morning, everyone. I don't know if you can see it, but in the upper left-hand corner of the screen, we have a storm notification, which means we gotta hurry up and finish our work because we do not want to get stuck, and I don't want to wait another week to have to wait to test out our new design here. Okay, let's get to work here. We need to first set down some fresh ladders to get down to the bottom there. And we want to put in somewhere here. We have these guys, and we're just going to put you, well, probably right there. That way we can get down, get up, stand in here to get out. Yes, there we go. And that means we can take care of you. Goodbye. And let's go ahead and we're going to put these around the edge here. Not like that. No. Please no. There we go. Right. Back up we go. So there, and we're just going to open all these like this, and that should help trick drifters into just falling into our trap here, which is the whole point of having a trap, right? And I just realized that I forgot to bring logs, so I'm thinking of doing is we will try something different. But let's go ahead and we'll put our statues down. Why not? Maybe we'll put one here. And I hear more voices. Great. Put one here by the door. How about that? Beautiful. And let's get a couple seashells down. Maybe one. Put one there. Here. Let's put this guy, though I'm kind of loath to do so. They're really nice and rare. And then we have flower pots, and we have a couple planters. Let's do these a bit like that. There we go. And then I have a basket full of stuff to get out. Let's see. Let's put some of you there. Do you go in here? Oh, you do fit in there. You also do some Z fighting, but that's fine. Let's see. Let's put you in there. Maybe you in there. And I put a little cactus right there. Perfect. Okay. Let's do it from the bottom for now. Okay, what we're going to do is right here. Ooh. Didn't actually mean to do that. Actually, no, did I? I did mean to do that. We're going to put all these right back where they came from. There we go. Okay, so now we are going to probably chisel, maybe say this one. And we're going to get the hand planer out. We're just going to 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We're going to go to the top here and hop our way out and do that. Okay. Now we're going to take our chisel back out and we are going to just knock out some holes in this. And hopefully this will be enough of a sort of hole for us to fight through. And now we're going to take the pantograph. I don't think we need the wedge at all. And we are going to get our light back out. And then we're going to snapshot. Oh yes, this is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Oh yeah, perfect. Okay, so with that all said and done, we can put these things away. That was ridiculously fast. Okay, put you guys away. We do need to lay down some stone down inside here so that we don't get drifters spawning on top of us. And I thought that the basalt stones would be a nice appearance. And there we go. I think we're about ready. I do want to do some finishing touches, just some decorations after you're all done here. I guess I can go ahead and pop these in place. There we go. That's looking pretty nice. And yeah, I think we're just about ready. Maybe we'll get a few of these extra details done while I'm still here. There we are. And I do still want to do something about these corner bits. Maybe we have... Ooh, we have some acacia planks. Let's get 8 of those. Yeah, I kind of like that. Okay, I think we're about ready for a test run then. Let's just double check. We have no spawnable blocks here. I think these should block spawns. I'm not positive, but I guess we'll find out. And I can attack through here. I should be able to. So we'll see how that goes. And they shouldn't be able to attack or throw stones. If they can, I might just try sitting down and attacking. If that doesn't work, then I will just hide over here the rest of the storm, and we'll see how it goes. Alright, I'm excited. I will see all of you in a couple minutes when this storm arrives. Alright everyone, we have just a moment to go. As always, this is a visual issues warning. If you have any motion sickness, you might want to avert your gaze right now until you hear the spooky music go away. So let's get ready and let's get into it. And I am excited to see how well or poorly, hopefully well, that this design works. So here we go in just a couple seconds. And this is a medium temporal storm, okay. So it won't be too wobbly. Let's see what we get. Our first customer. Oh, I can hit him. Can you stop moving? Okay, I see a weakness in this plan. This guy is very mobile. They are running like crazy, okay. Oop. They're not down here though, that's nice. So hitting them through these bars is a little difficult when they're running around like crazy. So maybe we need some other method of keeping them away from us. Because I am not having much luck hitting these guys. But they certainly can't hit me, which might be why they're going crazy. Now, can we harvest them through here reliably? Kind of. We can reach them. If they keep pushing them around on us, that's a problem. Can they hit me if I jump? I don't think they can. So what we might want to do is we could probably lower our ceiling by like a couple voxel bits and have a better chance of actually being able to harvest some of our kills here. So interestingly, I can't seem to harvest them very well through the bars here. I can cut them. I can't actually get to whatever materials are inside them, which is a shame. Here we go, we got one in the corner here. Can we harvest you? Because I think we have them cut. Yeah, we can't actually reach his stuff through here for some reason. So that is definitely a problem. Okay, so I'll clean up these guys, and we will fight. We'll try to gather what stuff we can, which might not be a whole lot, depending on how crazy things are and how many of these guys disappear at the end of the storm. But yeah, I think this is... I don't want to say a success. This is not a success on top of the previous toaster failure. But I think this is at least a step forward, and definitely a learning experience. Okay, so there we have him. Yeah, we have him. Oh, there we go. Oh, I got him. Oh, man. Look at that. Okay, so we can reach them. It's just very hard. But yeah, I think if we were to... Oh, we haven't harvested them yet. Okay. Let's get a couple together out of the way first. Okay, so yeah, as long as they're not getting swarmed, it's okay. We have to jump straight up at them to get anything. Now, we already got the Nightmare Drifter, right? Yeah. Okay, so maybe not as big a failure as the toaster version, but I'm not quite happy with it yet. Anyway, I'm going to clean up these guys, and I will see you all on the other side of this temporal storm. I don't think there's really anything else new to learn or discuss about this, so I will see you all in a bit. Okay, everyone, it is the next morning. I have cleaned up the whole place here, including all of the surface drifters that spawn from the high rifts at night, but I was able to actually sneak upstairs and sleep through the rest of the night, which makes me think that we might want a little bedroom down here. Now, what I was thinking of doing here was two things, really. One is I think we need to change how large these are. I think we need to just sort of open these up a little bit. So let's do... Is that too large? Will they hit us through here? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. So let's go ahead and we'll just finish that out through all of these guys here. Oops. And we will just hope they don't figure out how to hit us. Okay, there we go. So then, let's go ahead and we will use the steel hand wedge. We want to move the block. We're going to bring it... Oop, wrong way. Oh, we have to go up there to wedge it down. Okay, that's fine. Let's go ahead and... Can we wedge you down again? Got pretty long arms here, apparently. Alright, so that's probably too low. Let's try that. Let's try that. Okay, so then we take the pantograph, going to snapshot you, and yeah, let's just try that. There we go. That's really close for comfort, but I guess we'll see how it goes. That could be a little dangerous, but in worst case scenario, we can probably just sit down. And yeah, let's see. Oh, I guess I should show that we did get 2 temporal gears and 7 flax fibers. I almost got our double-headed drifter. He showed up right at the tail end of the whole temporal storm and then disappeared before I could even kill him. So, sad face. Well, everyone, I think that is about all the time we have for this episode of the Vintage Story Guide. I hope you enjoyed the renovation of our drifter pit and the exploration of QB Tech's chisel tools. I don't know why I was such a holdout, but I absolutely applaud these tools. They are very, very handy. In the coming episodes, get ready to probably do some base expansion. We have a very ugly clay pit out front of the mountain, and I want to get rid of that and probably bring that job inside, and we'll see what else we do from there. I think I might expand the storage area, at least the area if not the storage itself. And in case you haven't caught my other series, I am playing Valheim, and I'm also on the Vintage Story Rusty Gears server, and that is going pretty well. And I just realized I can see through my body with my lantern. It's a magic lantern. I have no skeleton. Concerning. Anyway, everyone, as always, my name has been Corazar. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.